Alright, you guys, we're back for another guide video, and this time it is for Tower of Trials, floor 19 through 21. For floor 19, the gimmick is you need to get ultimate, and after having ultimate for 2 turns, you will get a huge attack buff and you can do damage. This is the team I found easiest. You could use blue for Alduin, I guess, in place of Gowther if you wanted to, but yeah, you just basically just rush ultimate and then hold it in your hand for 2 turns and then attack. I wanted to use Bond because he has a strong AoE ult and his heal card will kind of help you sustain a little bit. So yeah, Bond's a good option. Because, I mean, you could run Red SR Liz in the back, but then you're going to start with one less ult gauge and then you have to stall another turn, so I think this way's easier. So now I got King ult first, which I believe is the correct thing to do because you'll want his shield. But here I'm going to rank up Bond and move his card and go ahead and put up the HP buff. Now you can only do damage with ultimates basically. You're not going to do damage with any attacks, so don't try that. But as you can see, King just got a huge attack buff, so we'll go ahead and ult with King. I'm just going to toss that Gowther card just to make some space in my hand and get his ult. Now I'll be able to ult with Bond this turn. And Bond's ult should wipe. Even at lower ult levels. If you can do Bond and King at the same time, it should kill. If not, you'll just have to get all 3 ults. Just something you have to play around with. There you go. That's the gimmick for 19. Pretty easy in my opinion. For floor 20, the gimmick is you can just not attack for 2 turns. So, it's the team I'm using. It would probably be better to put Goddess Elizabeth in the very last slot instead of Death Pierce. But I do suggest attack food. This is the artifact set. But yeah, if you just don't attack for 2 turns, you will get a big stat debuff on all the enemies. And then you can do damage to them. I'm pretty sure I said stat debuff to the enemies. Now for Alduin's dead, we have both our ults. Yeah, Goddess Elizabeth, I would run her in the back over Death Pierce. That was a mistake on my part. But I wanted a little more damage. And I believe if your Death Pierce doesn't have UR gear, he probably isn't going to survive this. Because mine barely did with UR gear. You don't have to use this exact team. I find King easier because of the shield. And then the one Escanor, you could use somebody else with a strong AoE ult and be just fine. I just threw him on there because. But, okay, everybody should be stat debuff now. In fact, they were actually stat debuffed a turn before. I just don't know how to count when I was doing this. So yeah, we'll finish up here. King ult should just about kill. It does. And then Escanor ult will finish it up. So yeah, there's floor 20. Pretty easy. Just gotta use the right team. For floor 21, the gimmick is you need to have one R SR and SSR character on your team. You'll get a huge stat buff and you'll be able to do damage. So, once again, using the same artifact set, it really doesn't matter on this one. You can do damage using attack food as well. But go ahead and hop in here. Basically, you just want to rush King ult or whoever's SSR's ult you have that has a strong ult. I like King because of the shield. I do suggest running him on all 3 stages, but that's just my opinion. As you can see, putting Tarmiel Grace on Twigo is probably a good idea because it tends to go for him. Here, we'll go ahead and do this since we can basically get to Twigo ult. I know King doesn't do much damage here, but he does have a Tarmiel stance up, so. Okay, we've got what we need to rush King ult. Into drain Twigo. Here, I believe we'll do this and then this. Now, if we can draw one more attack buff from Gilthunder, we'll be good to go. You don't have to use these same exact SRs and Rs, but I figured this is what most people have leveled up, so. Gilthunder does provide the attack buff, so that's nice. But we didn't draw another one, so we'll just use a level 1 attack buff and then ult with King, and I guess get Twigo ult. Alright, that takes care of the side guys. We just have Tarmiel left. Between Tarmiel, or not Tarmiel, Twigo ult and King cards, I believe we can finish off here. So we'll use the King card first to get some extra damage. And Twigo will not finish it off. King will. So there you go, you guys. Yeah. There's 19 through 21. Said it's all pretty easy. I said I suggest King on all of them, but if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me.